When my grandmother passed away, I was given the responsibility of cleaning out her old house. It was a 3-story Victorian home, worn but proud. Every corner seemed to hold echoes of whispered conversations. Old furniture sighed under its own weight, and the hallway smelled of lavender and dust. The wood creaked with every step, not out of weakness, but as if the house remembered every footstep it had ever felt. I had spent 4 years living there as a child after my parents died in a car crash. I remembered the place with lore, at least I thought I did. Every stair, every door, every wallpaper pattern seemed etched in my mind. But when I went back after all those years, I found something that shouldn't have been there. It was my second day in the house. I was organizing some old books in my childhood room on the 2nd floor when I noticed it, a door at the end of the hallway. I froze. I knew that hallway. It had ended at a blank wall. There had never been a door, but now there was. A plain, white-painted wooden door with a brass knob, just standing there like it had always belonged. I approached it, expecting maybe a closet, maybe a utility space I'd simply forgotten. But as I opened the door, my breath caught in my throat. It was a room, a small windowless bedroom. Dust hung in the air like mist. There was a single bed, neatly made, a heavy oak dresser with a cracked mirror, and most unsettling of all, a large oval mirror mounted on the far wall. In front of the mirror sat a wooden rocking chair, turned slightly away from the door, as if someone had just stood up from it. The mirror was fogged, like someone had just taken a hot shower inside the room, but it was cold, stale. The air felt wrong. I backed out, heart racing. I locked the door and went downstairs. The feeling followed me like a shadow. That night I called my sister. "Hey, do you remember a room at the end of the upstairs hallway?" "You mean the linen closet?" "Oh, I mean an actual room, like a bedroom. There's no bedroom there, just a wall. There always was." I called my mother, my uncle. Even our old neighbor who used to visit every Saturday. They all said the same thing. There's no room, just a wall. I went back up with my phone and took pictures. But every photo I took inside the room came out black. Just blackness, like the lens had been covered. I recorded a video, but the moment I entered the room, the footage distorted, glitching with static and strange noises. I checked the blueprints at City Records the next day. There was no room listed at the end of the hallway. According to the official documents, that part of the house didn't exist. And yet, it did. The door was still there. The room still there. I began to lose sleep. I'd wake at 2 or 3 a.m., heart pounding with the distinct sense that someone was watching me. And always the creaking. The subtle creak of a rocking chair moving slowly. One night I decided to stay in front of the door, set up a chair and waited. Midnight passed, 1 o'clock, 2, nothing. Then, at 2:41 a.m., the door opened on its own. Just a few inches. A gust of cold air hit me in the face. The room was dark. I pointed my flashlight inside. The mirror was clean now. In the reflection, I saw someone sitting in the rocking chair. It was my grandmother. She was younger, beautiful, but something was off. Her skin was too pale, her eyes too dark. She was looking at me, but not with recognition. It was hunger. I stepped back and slammed the door shut. I nailed it shut, moved a wardrobe in front of it. For a few days, nothing happened. I convinced myself it was all stress, grief, memory playing tricks. But then came the phone call. Blocked number. I answered. Silence, then breathing. And behind it, the sound of creaking wood, like a rocking chair. I threw my phone. I didn't sleep that night. I began finding things out of place. Family photos in which I'd been replaced by a shadow. Voices calling my name from upstairs when no one else was in the house. And the dreams, always the same. I'm in the room sitting in the chair. The mirror shows me, but not me. The reflection blinks when I don't. It smiles when I'm afraid. It whispers things I can't hear but somehow understand. Then I wake up and the bed is damp. The window open, my shoes by the door. I began to forget things, names, places. My own reflection started to feel foreign. And then came the night I finally understood. I woke up standing inside the room. The mirror was clear. And in it, my grandmother, my mother, and my sister, all staring. But they weren't real. They were memories. Fractured echoes. I tried to scream, but no sound came. The mirror rippled like water, and I was pulled in. What came next is hard to explain. I was back in the house. But it was different, brighter, newer. My grandmother was alive. My parents, too. They were sitting at the kitchen table laughing, but they couldn't see me. I tried to speak, tried to touch them. Nothing. I was invisible. I moved through the house like a ghost, watching the past, reliving old moments. But every time I turned a corner, something was wrong. Slightly off. My face missing from family portraits. My room empty. I began to understand. The room hadn't just trapped me. It had erased me. Not physically, but from memory. From existence. It chose people, drew them in, showed them what they missed. And when they gave in, it kept them. Stored them in its mirror. I don't know how long I've been here now. Time feels slippery. Some days I see new people walk through the house. Realtors, strangers, one day maybe you. Sometimes they find the room, sometimes they don't. But if they do, and they stay long enough, they start to forget, just like I did, in the room. Remembers them. So if you ever find a door where none should be, don't open it, please. Because once it sees you, you never really leave. No one remembers you were ever there.